This is the download from Sounds Profitable, your daily source for the essential news in the business of podcasting. I'm Gavin Gaddis. Here's what you need to know for today, Monday, November 24th. Well, first up, before I get into it, just a quick reminder, it is Thanksgiving week here in the United States. Sounds Profitable will be taking Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off this week. You will be getting the normal weekly newsletter Wednesday morning, but there will be no download on Wednesday or Thursday and no recap on Friday. So, that said, into today's top story, the creator economy is becoming a must-buy and a $37 billion industry in the U.S. The IAB has published their 2025 Creator Economy Ad Spend and Strategy Report. As the headline spoils, one of the key takeaways is the projection that by end of year, the United States creator economy will reach $37 billion in ad spend, a 26% increase year over year. In the IAB survey of 250 U.S.-based ad spend decision makers, 48% of those respondents say they consider creators a must-buy entity, outpaced only by paid search and social media as higher-ranked must-buy options. 53% of respondents now have specific ad budgets allocated for creator-related work. Good news for podcasting. Next up, closing the sound gap, why audio deserves a bigger place in the omnichannel mix. Principal Global Audio Business Development for Amazon DSP, Larry Linetsky, has a new sponsored post on Ad Exchanger talking about the sound gap, something podcasting is intimately familiar with. For all the share of ear digital audio gets with audiences every single day, there's a noticeable gap between the amount of attention audio gets and the amount of ad spend leveraged towards getting that attention. Linetsky directly addressing that gap and verifying it accomplishes two things. One, it keeps the ongoing industry conversation alive, but two, it shows one of the biggest DSPs in advertising not only gives audio the time of day, they are actively supporting it. Pivoting to podcasts, how print journalists can become audio storytellers. A key moment in the Economist Limited series podcast, The Prince, charting the rise of China's President Xi Jinping, stems from a frank mother-daughter conversation about life in China. Reporter Su Lin Wang addressed that moment during making an investigative podcast at the 2025 Global Investigative Journalism Conference, highlighting the emotional impact scenes like her conversation with her mom can have in a show. Tens of thousands of words have been written on podcasting's intimacy and ability to leverage parasocial relationships with the audience, but it remains especially true for investigative podcasts that could, otherwise, be dry lectures reciting facts. Investigative podcasts have always been a backbone of the industry. I'll resist bringing up Serial a billionth time. And for all the good archival audio and hard-hitting interviews can do for documentaries and text articles, it's way easier to be relaxed and say something truthful and sincere in front of a microphone than it is a camera. As for the rest of the news, Headliner has a new survey specifically for podcasters who use YouTube about how they use captions. Participation is anonymous and entrants are put into a drawing to potentially win a free year of Headliner Pro. OSHA has rolled out a new podcast search optimization benchmark feature in their PSO control panel, comparing a user's PSO to that of top podcasts. Neiman Lab covers the restructuring of CityCast, looking back at 2023 expansion efforts and 2025's lessons learned about what kind of cities can support a local podcast and newsletter versus ones that can't. And finally, The Hollywood Reporter covers the whole Brian Cox and Kristen Bell podcast fracas that happened this weekend with Fox. Long story short, a Fox-owned podcast studio acquired rights to the audio from a 2010 full-cast audiobook of the New Testament, or at least part of it, which they then edited into an audio drama about the same topics. Several of the celebrities involved claim they had no idea that audiobook audio was being repurposed as a podcast until they started receiving press invites to go promote said podcast. Be sure to check out the links to every article mentioned right in your podcast listening app, or you can go to soundsprofitable.com and subscribe to the newsletter version of the download, which emails all of the links directly to you every day. The download is written and produced by myself, Tom Webster, and Brian Barletta. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Gavin Gaddis. Download us again tomorrow.